The DJI Mic Mini is living proof that size truly doesn't matter. This microphone bundle for under £150 is nothing short of incredible. And if you're looking to up your audio game in 2025, be that you're a vlogger, a YouTuber, or just looking to crisp up your home video audio, then this guy might be the right decision for you. If you've watched any of my videos since moving into the new recording studio, you've probably heard audio like this. It doesn't sound that great, and that's primarily because there isn't a ton of soundproofing in this room other than the wall behind me. And that is where these guys come in. These are the DJI Mic Minis. And as you can hopefully hear, these guys have absolutely changed the audio game for me. They're not only small and lightweight, but they are also affordable, starting at just £49. But let's talk about these guys and why I love them so very much. As with most DJI products, it comes in a few different variants depending on your needs. The first variant is just £49. What you're getting there is just one transmitter. Realistically, if you've already got an action camera, so an Osmo Action 4 or 5, or maybe even the Pocket 3, you really only do need the one transmitter. They automatically connect up to these cameras via something called Osmo Audio, allowing you to be able to up your audio game on a budget and without having to carry a ton of extra hardware around with you. Jumping up just £30 to £79, you're going to get yourself one of the transmitters and a receiver. For most people, if you're a solo vlogger, this is probably going to be enough for you and is still a killer price for well under that £100 mark. Or if you're like me, you can jump all the way up to £145, where you're going to get two of the transmitters, one of the receivers, as well as a charging case and a ton of other accessories too, including a really nice little travel bag. This travel bag feels surprisingly premium. Honestly, I've had DJI products in the past and they've always come with these super nice bags, and it's really nice to see that the DJI Mic Mini also follows that, because honestly there's a lot of accessories here and you don't want to lose them. Let's talk size, because that's when the Mic Mini truly shines. Each of the transmitters is absolutely tiny. I'm talking half the size of its bigger brother, the Mic 2. They're also super lightweight as well, coming in at just 10 grams on their own. If you were to add the super strong magnet, which allows you to attach it to your clothes, that adds just 4 grams. And if you wanted to add the windbreaker, which I've affectionately named the fluffy hamster, that is just 1 additional gram, meaning that the overall body is just 15 grams in weight. That is incredibly light and makes it one of the lightest mics on the market right now. This is a really big thing, especially for people who want to up their audio game without having to lug around a ton of different equipment. It's also super discreet too. I mean, it's so small you kind of just forget it's there, and a lot of people probably wouldn't notice that you were wearing it. So if you're out vlogging in public, then this might be a great option for you. The receiver is equally as small but powerful. It's very similar to that of the Mic 2, but you are losing the OLED screen, so there's no way for you to be able to monitor your audio off of the receiver. Along the bottom of the device is where you've got the pogo pins. This allows you to attach a few different kinds of connectors based upon the phone that you're using. So for me, out of the box it came with the USB-C, which is fine. I have an iPhone which is USB-C enabled. Most Android devices are also USB-C, so you shouldn't need to buy any additional cables. If you do have an iPhone which is using Lightning though, you can still buy an additional little cable or adapter from DJI's website, which just slots right into the bottom. Along the side is where you've got the 3.5mm jack. This allows you to connect up the Mic Minis to much more professional cameras, think DSLRs and mirrorless cameras. And in terms of control, you've really only got one dial, which allows you to up and down the gain 2 levels, 6, 12 and -6 and -12. I like the simplicity here. It really didn't need to be complicated, and I think it works perfectly well. Once you've dialed in your gain, you really shouldn't need to touch that dial, so it's super simple, and I really like that about it. It's versatile too. Because you can take out that little adapter from the bottom and use the 3.5mm cable, it means that I'm only carrying one set of mics around with me, based upon all of the different equipment that I already own. The transmitters are equally as easy to use. They have just 2 buttons on them. One of them allows you to sync it, syncing up to all of the different cameras or the receivers that you've got. And the other is the power button. Holding it down powers on and off the mics, or pressing it will also enable you to move between the two kinds of noise cancellation modes, normal and boosted. Quite honestly, when I've been using these mics, I've used them in the normal voice isolation mode, and it works incredibly well. You can be in a pretty noisy environment or walking past really busy roads, and it's picking up almost none of that external audio. Sticking it into boosted mode means that you're just going to up those levels. It truly is amazing. You could kind of just have this on you and be walking down one of the busiest streets on one of the busiest days and still be able to hear yourself crystal clear. Just take a look at some of these clips. So I'd say we're on a pretty busy road right now, and there's actually quite a lot of wind going on. This mic is set into its basic mode in terms of noise cancellation, so you're probably still going to hear a little bit of noise, particularly as cars go past like they are about to right now. There we go, don't know if we heard that. Let's go ahead and change it into that advanced mode and see just how much of a difference it makes. So we're now in that strong noise cancellation mode, which in theory means that we're not going to hear as much of the cars going past like they are right now, and we're also not going to hear much of that wind, which admittedly has died down slightly, but is still definitely there. Honestly, I'm pretty impressed by the microphone in both of the modes. You're still getting a really nice, clear and crisp voice out of it, though it is slightly more compressed when we've got that strong noise reduction on. Now, DJI claim that these mics can be used up to a range of 400 meters. Realistically, I don't know why you'd want to be able to use this at 400 meters of range, but I suppose it's nice to know that you can still use these mics on the other side of a football field. If you purchase the more expensive bundle, you're going to have the charging case as well. And this charging case is so well thought out. Like the Mic 2, it also fits everything that you need, but is a little bit more compact considering everything that you get is also more compact. It's an all-plastic design rather than the all-metal, but quite honestly, I don't think it really needs to be metal, especially at this lower price point. It fits everything that you're going to need, including the microphones and their windbreakers, which you couldn't do with the Mic 2. There's also space for the 3.5mm jack cable in the top, as well as any of the additional adapters that you might need to carry along with you. It all nicely fits in this bag too. Inside of the bag, there's space for things like a charging cable and the additional windbreakers. You actually get two styles, black and grey, depending on the style that you're going for. Honestly, a lot of the time when I'm indoors, I won't have a windbreaker on it, like I don't at the moment. But while I'm out and about, they are super useful to have. It's worth mentioning here too, that these mics come in two different colours, black or white. I think black is a little more discreet and a little more elegant, but there's absolutely an option for you to go white here as well if you decide to. With that case and the two receivers, you're going to be able to get up to 48 hours of audio recording. That is pretty incredible. I don't think I would ever need that much audio capture, but it's nice to know that I could go a whole weekend of vlogging or walking around the show floor and not have to worry about charging these guys up. So how does the Mic Mini stack up against its bigger brother, the Mic 2? It's worth bearing in mind here that the Mic 2 is almost double the price of the standard bundle for these guys. And I can understand why. It has a lot of pro features that these guys are just missing. For example, it records in 32-bit float. These guys don't. So if you are going to clip your audio and shout really loudly all of a sudden, it's going to clip on these mics, whereas you could adjust it ever so slightly on the Mic 2. There's no way for you to record directly to the receiver either. On the Mic 2, you can record directly to the receiver and using one of the micro SD cards. It's really nice to be able to have a backup of all of the audio if for whatever reason your camera dies or just doesn't manage to capture it. This is most definitely a pro level feature and I don't think I would ever see myself really using it, but it's nice to know that it's there on the Mic 2. You do lose it for the Mic Mini, but as I say, you're going to be vlogging with these guys. You really aren't going to miss that feature. Speaking of audio, these little guys punch way above their weight. Honestly, I think these are some of the best sounding microphones for under £200. You're going to be able to hear right now that this whole video has been recorded on the Mic Minis. My voice is crystal clear and super crisp. Even when we've been outside in noisier environments, it still sounded absolutely incredible. Going from my iPhone's microphones to this guy is like a night and day difference. And I think that's where this product shines the most. If you're just using your standard microphones on all of the equipment that you own, do yourself a favour, go out and buy a set of these. You genuinely will not regret it. So in conclusion then, who is the DJI Mic Mini for? If you are into your content creation, I think these guys are an absolute must for you. Seriously, if you haven't already upped your audio game, just stop this video, use the affiliate link in the comment down below and go buy yourself a set of these. You will not regret it. Sure, if you're a professional, you might want a few of those professional features that the Mic 2 gives you, like the 32-bit float audio and the ability to record directly to the receiver. But this guy's versatility and the price point for the single transmitter, the transmitter and the receiver, and the whole bundle is just almost unbeatable in terms of price to performance. In a world where terrible audio can absolutely tank your content, and trust me, I know, these guys are like a knight in shining armour. It's proof that you don't need to break the bank in order to get an absolutely incredible experience when it comes to content creation. Anyway guys, why don't you let me know what you think of the DJI Mic Mini in the comment section down below, and of course while you're down there as well, get subscribed, like, hit that bell notification icon so you get notified every time I upload. Anyway guys, my name's been Robert, this has been Bite Size Clue, and I will catch you in the next one. Adios.